All right. So, welcome to another episode of By the Railside Podcast, where here we do the intros before we record because we're
Smart.
geniuses.
Multiple
Uh,
genius.
my name is Zach, and with me I have Jeff
Hi.
and Jordan.
And yes, my name is Jordan.
Justin is unwell this evening, so he will be unable to join us as he got his dick stuck in the toaster again.
The instructions
Again.
were unclear. You gotta make sure when you're doing YouTube tutorials, make sure everything is explicitly clear, or this will happen again.
So this week, because we're all a bunch of
Nerds.
nerds and geeks and stuff, we're gonna talk about
Dare you.
superheroes, superpowers, all that kind of stuff. Because it's awesome, and B, we had I think DC fandom showed a bunch of cool shit for what's coming out in the next year or two, depending on COVID. So, anybody got any cool superpowers that they think would be awesome?
If your answer isn't the ability to control time, you're just wrong.
My answer is the ability to control probability. Because
Why?
okay, so what's the probability I'm gonna wake up with $1 billion tax free in my account tomorrow? 100%. It's gonna
Why
happen.
not just stop time and
What's the
take money?
probability I'm gonna wake up with the ability to freeze time whenever I want and unfreeze it when I want? 100%. Therefore, with the power to control probability, I can get any power I want. I could be anyone I want. I could be
This
Jeff Bezos and
seems
say the N word.
this seems like you're gaming the whole no wishing for more wishes thing.
Maybe. But
I
there's
think
omnipotent powers out there in the nerd universes.
like what? Who can just give themselves any superpower that they want?
Dr. Manhattan,
Who's that?
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
All right, I don't know these guys.
Dr. Manhattan was from the Watchmen.
Yeah.
And he's basically like he can do anything he wants. He can stop time. He can create air on Mars.
So, what fights him and why does he lose to it, or
He doesn't.
even go remotely even?
Um, though I don't think anyone fights him, but he just becomes tired of humanity because we're shitheads and we always repeat the same mistakes.
Reasonable.
Yeah, so I think he just like gives up on humanity basically, at least based on the movie and the TV show. But yeah, um, because he's all powerful, he can see like he's not part of time. He is like past, present, future, knows exactly what's gonna happen, what's already happened, and everything like that. He kind of just becomes bored and is tired of people asking him to do all their shit for him, so he just pieces out and goes to Mars.
That's it's kind of weird because if you're omnipotent, you wouldn't get bored because you know the timeline to make yourself not bored. You know what I mean?
But
Why are you
what if
just
there
like,
is no
well, this
timeline?
timeline means that I'm going to be real sad for a while, so we're just going to play in that timeline instead of going to a timeline where everything's great and awesome and I don't have to feel like shit for a while.
Yeah, but he exists. Every timeline that's happening is currently happening to him, so everything is happening to him at once.
Oh, so it's one of those. This is just what's happening in this one because fuck you. That's why.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
nothing really actually matters. It's the Rick and Morty paradox.
yeah. But Apocalypse is he was considered the very first mutant, and he just continued to live by basically transferring over into the next person, which he always chose a mutant, and then he would just gain that mutant's powers as
Oh, so
well.
he's like a fucking amoeba blob. Just eats everyone and gains what they had.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So he would just gain. He just keeps gaining superpower over superpower and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What?
The, like that one I don't think is so bad because you have to like actually go through them one at a time. The all powerful one sounds like it'd be a really either boring movie or show or whatever, or a really frustrating one because there's probably going to be weird inconsistencies. But just like, what do you do to make something that knows and can do everything interesting and not super frustrating with, well, why didn't he just snap his fingers and make that better?
Yeah, that's true. Cause yeah, I don't think I think that's why they don't really have like if there is an all powerful being in like the comic book uh universes. I think it's like they're like the Watcher, I guess, in Marvel, where he sees over everything, and then he'll like try and help here and there, but he doesn't actually like his powers are pretty high, but he doesn't actually do anything to affect or use his powers overall. Just to make sure that everyone follows and doesn't destroy the fucking universe.
Yeah, can't sweat the small shit. Like we don't give a shit about. Uh,
Thanos with the gauntlet killing
yeah,
half the universe.
there's still half the universe. That's fine.
Yeah. There's actually so many. I didn't realize how many like Marvel heroes there were until Amy got me this uh, fucking encyclopedia, Marvel encyclopedia, and Jesus Christ, I just have to try to find the Watcher, see what he actually does.
He's a pervert. He
Yeah.
watches people
That sick fuck.
when they're naked.
Is there any like
The Watcher stuff.
other than like Doctor Strange who can like see into time? Is there any like good heroes that can actually do shit with time? Or are they all pretty shitter?
Um, I don't know. I guess like it would probably like time changing stuff would be the same thing as like going in the quantum realm and stuff like that with
Yeah.
like Ant-Man and stuff like that could do. But the quantum realm was also big for uh, Doctor Strange as well.
The only people that I could like that come to mind, it depends on your definition of time. So if it's like slowing down time, technically speedsters are time manipulators. But Deadpool and Cable fucked around with the time device in the comics, and they were like
Yeah.
jumping all over the place. Although I'm pretty sure a lot of that was like Deadpool kills the Marvel universe.
I know Cable does because he was in the second
Yeah.
Deadpool movie.
Yep.
Yeah, and he did it to like in order to save his wife. But he was
And then he didn't even do it. He's
yeah,
like, you know what? We're not gonna kill the kid.
but he
Yeah,
he
no,
was
he still
part of
saved his
the
family.
he was part of the
Yeah.
team that they would do that all over the place. I think he was just like he was like a time cop basically.
Time cop.
Yeah. What's your least favorite superhero? I know Jeff's.
Probably Ant-Man, based on the ridiculousness that uh they just like throw out the word quantum and they're like, it makes sense now. But the whole fucking he becomes like this absolutely tiny thing, but just shifts his matter for some reason into something else, and then he doesn't weigh anything. But then, like moments later, he'll bust through a wall while the tiny self because suddenly he's dense again for some reason, even though he was just standing on the barrel of someone else's gun. It's fucking dumb.
Have you ever?
And
Like,
then he
looked
becomes
online?
like super huge, and everyone's okay with that, even though he becomes super huge and is able to fight other things that's like super huge, even though he shouldn't have that kind of matter and density and would have no force behind his attacks. It's just, I hate it.
Would you have that superpower though? I guess it's not really power, but the ability to go shrink small and big if you could.
Keeping my matter weight or no?
Yeah. What the way that it makes logical sense to you.
No. because you would grow, you'd be like the size of a building, but only weigh like 200 pounds, and you'd fucking blow away in the wind. Or you'd shrink down to be absolutely tiny. Your density would be so huge you just like fall through upstairs floors and shit. It's a shit tier superpower.
What do you think is the worst superpower? That one can't be the worst. There's got to be.
That's
The
if we're
worst
talking
that's
logical
real?
sense, that one's pretty bad.
If we're talking like real superpowers, like that ones that have been used or ones that we thought of, because I've got a banger. The ability to slightly burn toast. It doesn't affect bread, only bread that has been toasted. And you can only slightly burn it. So that it's not enough to make you want to make a new piece of toast, but you're definitely, you're not going to enjoy it. And also you can't control which pieces of toast it happens to. Any toast within a 30-foot radius of you could...
That's unlucky.
33% chance to have it affected.
I mean, you could just make up stuff like that, right? But for real superpowers, I mean, logical Ant-Man's pretty bad. I'm dying on that hill. Uh, I don't.
Let's see. What about Mr. Fantastic being all stretchy and
What's
shit?
he do?
Oh yeah, this is also a lesson for Jeff because
Yeah, I'm not.
Jeff,
I'm not like superhero-y.
he basically has the ability to elasticize, so he can just like
So it's
elongate
like
his limbs like crazy and
that cartoon, The Incredibles. Is that what they do?
Fantastic Four. But
No,
Is
yeah, Elastigirl. No,
oh yeah, Elastigirl, yeah,
he's
the
pretty much
Incredibles, yeah,
the male version of Elastigirl, yes. But he's also wicked smart.
yeah, like he's up there with Tony Stark and intelligence and stuff like that.
Actually, there's a because his name is Reed Richards. There's a interdimensional council of Reeds because he's that smart.
He
Really?
has his own
Yeah.
interdimensional council of just hims.
Yeah, so him's from the multiverse, and they consolidate on things and talk about which Starbucks has the best lattes. And I don't know what they do because I'm not a part of the council.
You son of a bitch! You lied to me.
I can't stretch, mains.
I guess,
Well, I can't.
yeah. Apparently,
I
according to
mean,
this,
there'd be like some uses for that one, I guess.
Always be able to
Like-
reach the top shelf.
Yeah, like day-to-day life, you can use that kind of shit. It's not like, oh my god, I'm gonna say. I mean, they probably make it so that he saves the world in the fucking books or shows and whatnot, but it's not like super cool, but it's useful.
but it's probably like it's super susceptible to temperature.
Is it?
Yeah,
Like normal rubber. So if it gets super cooled and bends, then he'll just break. But that's pretty much anyone, right?
yeah. I don't know. According to this one, some of the worst ones are Squirrel Girl because she is.
No, what? She's the most powerful Marvel character, confirmed.
Is it?
She has beat Thanos multiple times. She may have a shit superpower. She can control squirrels, but she has never lost.
Yeah, it's
Never.
literally just a superpower is
Yeah.
is the worst.
But she's the top tier in the Marvel universe. Fight me.
I've heard that she beat Thanos, but I didn't know what she does.
She controls squirrels
Yeah, she
That's
commands squirrels.
and dresses like a squirrel.
pretty poggers. How'd she beat Thanos with squirrels?
They, oh yeah, I don't know.
I never actually read
I would think it would be chipmunks because then you just stash the Infinity Stones in their cheeks.
Okay, so she's got some. She's got an alter ego. It's Doreen Aline Green. I hate it.
That's
She's a human.
amazing.
Team affiliations: Great Lakes Avengers, Avengers Idea Mechanics, U.S. Avengers,
Oh, she's
partnerships:
Canadian, isn't she?
Monkey Joe and Tippy Toe.
Hell
Her
yeah.
abilities: she's got superhuman agility, senses and strength, a prehensile tail, razor sharp claws, retractable knuckle spikes, and the ability to communicate to squirrels. She's got what her victories? She defeated Original ongoing joke depicts. Okay, so following her defeat of Doctor Doom, an ongoing joke depicts Squirrel Girl repeatedly attaining victory over various villains, some of whom are considered to be the most powerful or more powerful than she is. Typically, these victories occur off-panel, though some, like her battles with Deadpool, MODOK, and Wolverine, are shown. Her victories often result from her opponent's overconfidence, weakness from an earlier fight, or creative use of her powers. For example, her defeat of Beast. While visiting squirrel friends in Central Park, Squirrel Girl came across the Thing fighting Beast. She told the squirrels to retrieve the smelliest garbage they could find and place it around the combatants, resulting in everyone having to hold their noses. Beast had 2 heads and 2 noses and had to use both hands to hold his noses, leaving himself defenseless, allowing the Thing to knock him out. Oh, here it is. Squirrel Girl's defeat of Thanos is an ambiguous one. Uatu the Watcher was present at the battle and claimed Squirrel Girl defeated the genuine Thanos and not a clone or copy. Thanos has since claimed he has perfected a means of creating clones of himself that could fool even the most cosmic of beings, adding to the ambiguity of the fact that the reveal comes from the mind of a clone whose memory has been altered.
Well, I mean, even if the clone is so good that the Celestials or whatever the fuck, the higher powers, can't determine if it's different or not, then it's got the same powers as Thanos, and if she beat it, she essentially beat Thanos, right? Like, that's a moot point.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure Thanos is not he's not a Celestial, but I think he's like an offshoot of Celestials.
Yeah, no, he's like the bad version of Celestials.
He's a bad bitch.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the anti
Celestial?
Yeah. Fuck.
Squirrel Girl has also saved the world from Galactus, but she does not technically defeat him, though she tries to harm him when they first meet. Instead, she befriends Galactus and convinces him not to destroy the Earth.
Pog.
Hell yeah.
She's the savior we need.
Number 1 Squirrel Girl superhero. I'm taking that.
I think. Oh, he was one of the Eternals. He was born from one of the Eternals.
Oh, so he's a baby.
Yeah.
So you don't get to be an Eternal. It's not a lineage thing.
No. Eternals are like at the beginning of the. No, I think it's like Celestials and then Eternals, and Eternal, or maybe it's the other way around.
I feel it would be the other way around, right?
We'll talk about it. Yeah, this is a good learning thing for everyone because we actually just don't know a lot. We know a lot about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I know a lot about that shit, but
I think a cool superpower would be shape-shifting.
You mean like Mystique, that type of shape, like to turn into people, or just any kind of object?
I think just turning into other people would be interesting. You could pull off some weird things like that, but I'm talking about like turn into a fucking dog or a pig or something for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay, so it was the Celestials that came first.
Doesn't Beast Boy do that? Turn into like a rhino and shit?
He can turn into any animal he has seen.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I would like a mix. Like, if I want shape-shifting powers, I want absolute shape-shifting powers. I want to turn into anyone, anything. I want to walk into fucking a bookstore and change into a shelf. Just for shits. So when someone puts a book on me, I go, huh? Freak them out.
Senpai. Yeah, I mean, that'd just be for like trolling. I mean, you could do like stealth missions and whatnot doing that kind of stuff.
You do crimes.
But
you could make the world a better place. I'd go out in public as Donald Trump and shoot someone. You got it on video. It was him. And then go take a dump. Pretend you're not Donald Trump. Sneaky.
I'm not Donald. I'm taking a
I'm
dump.
pooping. I don't even have a gun. Psych. It was my arm the whole time.
Now, in order for everything to work, would you have to go full tilt into whatever you're changing into, or you have like you can just turn parts of your body into that?
Well, that's the.
I was thinking full tilt.
Yeah.
Well, I would go. You can go partial. If you have complete mastery of shapeshifting, if I want to, I can't change my whole self into a knife. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. I would just change a finger.
Change your hands into knives.
Yeah, all my fingers into knives. Edward Scissorhands, actually. I would just change into him. There we go. I would prefer partial, just because I don't want to, like... Oh, man. there's a bear coming at me, I could change my arm into a fully loaded musket, kill it. But then my power takes over and I turn into a fully loaded musket, and then I'm just sitting there on the ground like an idiot. And then a bear eats a gun.
I have a question about that though. Okay, you do turn your arm into a musket
Yeah, fully
and
loaded
you
musket.
shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you shoot. When you turn back, are you missing a finger that turned into the bullet and it's just in the bear now?
No, I would say you would lose some cells.
Some cells.
So you get like, I'm a fat motherfucker. I'll take some fat cells, turn it into gunpowder and
Or
bullets.
like if you didn't clip your fingernails for a couple weeks, and
Yeah,
you clip
It's
fingers.
genius. You
Use your
can just
hair?
you just turn your belly fat into hamburgers to make more belly fat. It's genius.
Literally eating myself to death. What else we got here?
I'm
do
looking
we
up
wanna learn
random
about the
superpowers,
Eternals?
and this one has intangibility.
Is
That's
that just
interesting.
you can't touch?
And that you can like phase through walls and whatnot. You alter your atoms.
See,
yeah,
there's
like
something I
a
want to bring
cat.
up about that.
or I don't know. I don't think her name is her name is
Kitty.
Cat.
Yeah, her name
Yeah,
is Cat.
Kitty.
I know who
Yeah.
you're talking about. So if this isn't comic, well, this is technically comic book. This is weeb shit. My Hero Academia,
'Cause I'm
a
a
guy
weeaboo.
has that power, but it's dog turds. The only way that he made it good was training. Because the way he explained, if you go fully intangible, your clothes come off. You're falling through the ground. You can't breathe because you can't take in air. You can't see because your eyes aren't going to take in light. And then if you're falling through the ground, so basically you're just falling through nothingness. You can't feel anything. You can't see anything. There's no breath. Although,
Well, I would assume that you can control your atoms to not just fall through everything.
no. Well, that's the thing. In the beginning, he couldn't control it, right?
Yeah,
So he would just slip through shit randomly.
yeah.
But that if he goes completely intangible, he just falls to the ground because you're not standing on anything, right? It just disappears.
Yeah, well, I guess in the Marvel, I don't know if this is Marvel or not. In the X-Men thing, I'm assuming she can control her atoms and like walk through walls and stuff.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's not a complete downside. Like he doesn't just fall forever. As soon as any part of him becomes tangible again, I guess the laws of physics snap too. So he just shoots out of the ground. So that because you can't have two things sitting on top of each other or existing on top of each other all of a sudden. So he just shoots out of the ground.
Where the fuck does that force come from?
I'm not 100% sure. It was explained, I'm pretty
Japan.
sure. But it's
I think
basically-
I think he should just be crushed. I think that would make more sense.
Well, then they do that. By that logic, then in Marvel, they should be crushed as well.
Yeah, if they become unintangible in a wall, I 100% agree. I think if you put your arm through a wall while you're intangible and then become tangible, your fucking hand falls off on the other side. But if you can make yourself intangible again, can you then repair your arm by reconnecting the atoms?
Well, you'd have to go intangible and then connect it up absolutely perfectly, or else you're just gonna fuck yourself. But I guess it could work.
Well, I mean, if you can make your whole body intangible and then and then non-intangible, you're reconnecting everything absolutely perfectly anyways, right? So
Every time I sneeze, I dislocate my thumb.
Well, no,
I did something wrong.
So,
oh no.
so you're saying you go intangible, put your arm through a wall, go tangible, your arm falls off. Go intangible. Now you're bleeding because you don't have an arm, and you'd have to go up and then become intangible on that arm again, and then line it up perfectly, and then retangibles.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna bleed. There's gonna be some loss. This isn't just like
there's gonna
immortality.
Because if you don't line your arm up right, then none of the nerves and everything are gonna be connected. So it's just gonna be fucked.
All right, here's a bad power. It's from the superhero Color Kid. He can change the color of
Kid.
anything at will.
Nice.
Hoggers.
That's a horrible. Why? Sky's blue. Is it though?
I don't think so, bitch.
Oh my god, you're blowing my mind.
How's appearance?
You know who my favorite superhero was when I was a kid?
Ooh,
Nightcrawler.
just being able to like teleport wherever you could see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does he have to be able to see it?
Yeah,
No, well, not always, but he has to have
a visual at least.
Well, if he doesn't, then he can get fucked over, right? Because he does
Yeah.
it in one of the movies where they have to warp through or past a door, but they can't see on the other side of the door, so they just have to kind of hope and pray that there's something there. Like if he knows his surroundings, he can go through stuff like that. But
Yeah, because he can end up
usually-
being stuck in a wall or
Yeah.
something like that. Basically, like splicing, like on
The
was it
Fly.
splicing or when they apparated in Harry Potter, and you just like
oh yeah, you got
miss a
sploished.
chunk of your ear or something like that. I think it was called splicing. This superhero is called Arm Fall Off Boy, and he has detachable arms. I
It would
don't
be
know
better if his legs were
why
detachable.
that is a superpower. These are just awful superheroes too. Dog welder, welding dog heads on the faces of his enemies. I think that's just a sicko. That's what the hell? What's all right? The number one doorman, ability to transform self into a door. He was a
Oh,
member
hell yeah.
of the Great Lakes Avengers
Hell
with
yeah.
Squirrel Girl. Now, do you think Squirrel Girl? Fuck, there was someone. Oh, can beat Taskmaster.
Yes, hands down, 100%.
Who's
Most powerful
Taskman?
person in the Marvel universe, 100% win rate. I don't give a fuck.
Taskmaster can imitate anything, any like physical movements that he has seen. So he basically calls it as like like reflex memory, physical reflex memory. So he was super big. He's in the he's gonna be the villain in the Black Widow movie. Basically, he's super hard because after he can just watch you fight, and then he'll know all your moves, and then he'll be able to counter it, and he can do all your moves at the same time too.
Does he absorb powers as well?
No, he just has that.
Yeah, no, so he'd be fine because, well, I don't know if it's telepathic or not for Squirrel Girl, but it's not like she could just turn around and tell the squirrels what to do, right?
Yeah, but he can observe the movements of squirrels.
But how many squirrels do you like? What if she's fucking around with like 1,000,000 squirrels?
He also
You
has
can't watch
bombs.
that many.
He's got bombs.
So do
He
squirrels.
was what?
Bombs.
Bombs. Don't
Oh.
say bomb.
He's like very good in hand-to-hand combat and
I
stuff
said
like that.
bomb.
And he also has bombs.
Well, yeah, he
Just in
uses
case.
weapons. Some heroes use bombs, so he uses bombs. It's a reflex.
Huh. That one's kind of strange. I don't really know about that one. You know what'd be a good one though? Telekinesis.
You mean like Jean Grey,
Yeah.
where you just move shit with your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be dope. Just because you like don't have to get up.
That's what this website says. The side effects are probably obesity.
Are you kidding me? I'd be out in public all day long. I'd be fucking with people at every chance I got. Ghosts? No, that's me. Sorry. I'd be the number one YouTube channel for paranormal research because it would just be me walking into old busted buildings, hucking buckets around with my mind powers. Plus, I could act like I really got possessed by a demons. His name is Dave.
What do you think is the coolest superpower or I guess hero or whatever super person that actually doesn't have superpowers?
Batman.
Think it's Batman?
Yeah.
Well,
gotta be
in
Batman.
that case, Tony
It's
Stark would
definitely
still be-
Iron
Nope.
Man.
Batman.
No. Tony Stark will just nuke his whole fucking city. It's not-
No, because Batman has a plan in his back
Yeah.
pocket for that exact situation.
Yeah, that Batman's technically he's been rated the most powerful super or person in the DC universe. So he literally has contingency plans for everything.
He had a contingency
Wow.
plan for if he went rogue and the Justice League needed to stop him.
Yeah. But honestly, my favorite is probably the Punisher.
He's not a superhero.
No, that's what we're talking about.
yeah.
Well, who's the best hero that has no powers?
Or like, yeah, person that would be like that comic book figure.
Favorite would probably be like the Punisher. But I think I'm pretty sure Tony Stark would take Batman because he literally invented time travel in an afternoon. Like, I don't care what Batman does.
His computer did that.
I agree, but his money caused the computer to be able to do that.
Do you not know
Without
Batman
Tony
is also...
Stark, that computer would not exist.
Batman is on or above the level of Tony Stark with both intellect and money.
Yeah, but he hasn't done anything with it.
It's because he doesn't need to, because he karate kicks your ass. Oh no, actually he does, because he's got a fucking like an arsenal of different suits and everything like that. He's got one that's made out of a metal that Superman had to make for him because it was made in the sun. I think it's like the Hellbat armor or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like there's
no idea.
throughout like the DC universe, Batman is fucking OP. Like the shows back in the 60s and 70s, the bam pop wow stuff, that makes it look real gimmicky. But no, I think hands down Batman, Bruce Wayne could take Tony Stank.
I don't know.
What
Time
else?
travel's pretty OP.
Yeah, but that wasn't really in the comics though. That was just the movie.
You just go back in time and kill him
But
as a baby.
Batman probably, or more than likely, helped Barry Allen when Barry Allen's Flash.
The Flash.
Oh, okay.
Speedy boys.
Yeah, so the Flash, in the Flash movie that's coming out, it's based upon a concept called Flashpoint. So basically, Barry Allen can travel so fast that he can go either backwards or forwards in time. So he actually tried to prevent his mother from being killed, and then it caused a huge issue in the timeline, and then
Yeah,
just
it caused
created
that big butterfly effect.
yeah. So with cases like that, I would assume Batman probably had a hand in at least developing a way that they can control it, or at least make so that you have a better understanding of where you're traveling through time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Also, Batman's never surprised by anything. Literally anything. It's just like, all right.
Because he's a pessimist. He's like, all right, what's the worst possible thing that could happen? And then what's the worst possible thing that could happen after that?
Yeah.
And then he plans for the thing that happens after those two things.
What's one thing that bothered me about the new Batman movies? Like, I generally enjoyed them, but I hate how, and I don't know if it's like this in the comic books and the games and everything else, but I hate how Batman's like, I refuse to use guns. But then he's got like cannons on his fucking car that he just like blows shit up with. Like, what the fuck is that?
Non-lethal explosives.
Yeah.
It's take out
Non-lethal
vehicles.
explosive. It just blew up 3 vehicles with one shot. That is not non-lethal.
Yeah, well, in that one has an explanation though, because that one was an ex-military vehicle, right? Like, it wasn't designed for Batman. Batman's just like, I would like this in black, and then it happened to have all the goodies in it.
Yeah, but if it's your like your one rule kind of thing to not use guns and kill people, you're just like, oh well, this car's got one. I guess I gotta press the button. I don't know.
I think in the movies they took it a little too far, like with the no guns thing. But in general, that is his like one rule. That's where he doesn't want to cross a line. And
Yeah, he doesn't want to kill anyone.
There's just no killing, and that actually happened in. I think like it was the Dark Knight Return 1 or 2. He he beat the Joker up so bad that the Joker was pretty much on the edge of death, and then the Joker snapped his own neck, so it made people think that Batman was the one that killed him, and then everyone just like lost their minds. They were just like, holy shit. But yeah, that's the one rule, and I think that's just because that's how they want the writing to be. Is that the hero shouldn't be killing people. That's why every supervillain
Deadpool.
every supervillain gets fucking taken to some supermax prison where they'll break out, and you're just like, come on.
Well, that
man,
and
again,
you don't have to keep coming up with new villains, right? Like, if they can't die, they can just, oh no, they broke out again. Lars forgot his key card in the Joker's
There's a
cell.
lot of fucking villains in Batman.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like in that universe, he's not alone, right? Like, he's got the Justice League and Robin and all the other Robins.
Does Robin have any superpowers, or is he just a shitter?
Well, it depends on which one you're talking about. But I don't think any of them
Any of
actually
them.
have them superpowers.
Yeah, they're more
Jason
just like
Todd.
highly athletic.
Jason Todd has the superpower to murder people because he doesn't have the same rule as Batman.
Yeah,
Batman's if you kill a killer, the number of killers remains the same. But Jason Todd is like, what if I kill like 99? That's a good
yeah,
amount.
Red Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Justice at any cost. Lawful.
Yeah.
No, chaotic good.
so he's the Punisher of the DC universe.
Pretty much, yeah. But he's not. He doesn't have the same backstory. I don't think he was a Robin and he completely disagreed. Actually, maybe I don't know. He might have had someone die because of him.
I don't know.
Because of the
Well,
rule.
apparently the Punisher's actually, like he literally he'll just kill criminals. It's just a criminal.
Yep.
He was when he was part of Civil
Jaywalk
War.
insert.
Yeah, in Civil War, he would not lift a finger against Captain America, like even to defend himself. He just let Captain America beat the shit out of him because Captain America was a hero and
Yeah.
he's just not. He's not a criminal, so Punisher doesn't give a shit.
Yep.
Oh, Punisher was in Civil War?
Yeah, like in the actual comic book version, it literally split. Like the Civil War was literally a split between the Marvel universe, so everyone had to pick a side basically if they were the hero or anti-hero or something like that.
If you had to pick a side, which would you go? Would you go anti-hero or hero? You'd be a law-abiding hero or one that gets the job done?
No, I'd probably go anti-hero.
Yup.
Yeah, anti-hero just seems like more fun. I don't know.
And easier.
yeah,
You just, hey, this guy's an asshole. Kill him. You no longer have to deal with him.
I wouldn't even want to be known. I would just like, there's someone going around killing very bad people. Thank you, sir. And I'd be sitting on my beanbag chair in my apartment that I stole from Vinny,
Sure, like-
the mafia guy.
you're the Boondock Saints.
Yeah, 100%. Except I don't die. I get the job done always. Never get caught. Because I have superpowers.
I don't know. And it
What's your favorite villain?
Oh, there's so many.
When I was a kid, my favorite was Kingpin. Because he's just a fat guy that hugs people to death.
Yeah.
He's good. And I think he's like. I'm pretty sure he's got like some super strength as well. He's not just fat. He's like a giant
Yeah.
beast of a
It's
human being.
not super strength per se. He's
Yeah.
just jacked as fuck.
I don't know. Doctor, like the villains are actually really cool, for the most part, for throughout the Marvel's like universe, or even like the villains in DC are like pretty cool. Because I think DC goes heavy on the psychotic part more than
A little bit. That's
Marvel?
why I like Lex Luthor, honestly. Lex Luthor is a top tier villain.
yeah. We flip flops.
Yeah, like sometimes it depends on what series you're watching. Like I prefer the slow methodical version of him where he's like, I'm going to kill you, it's gonna happen, it's just gonna take a very long time because that's the way I'd like it.
Yeah.
As opposed to
Oh.
I have a giant robot suit that's made of kryptonite. Fucking punch me, Superman.
Yeah.
One of my favorite anti-heroes / villains is definitely Venom.
Yeah. Venom's
Because depending on what thing, he's either a villain or an anti-hero, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Dr. Doom. He's literally just
Yeah.
like he's got it's the same concept. Well, maybe not the same concept as Thanos. Thanos in the comics just wanted to kill half the universe in order to profess his love to the goddess of death. Or
Yeah.
not the of death, goddess death is the actual thing, but
Yeah.
Doctor
She's why Thanos went off the edge.
Yeah,
Right?
Doctor Doom is that like to make it better, to make the world better. I have to do this, and he just like is that villain, and the way he's like up there in like power wise, anyways, are top tier villains out of the whole universe. That and like Magneto's dope as shit, but they also do like flip flopping too, where he's for mutants like always, but then if he needs to, if there's a thing that's going to threaten everything, he'll just be like, okay, well, I'll help, but I'm going to kill those humans after. I guarantee it.
Well, even Doctor Doom does that. Like there's iterations of him like working with the Fantastic Four when it's threatening the Earth, right? Like I said, it depends on like which comics you're looking at in the whole universe. Because, I mean, at one point, Doctor Doom had the gauntlet,
Yeah.
and he was like, and he literally killed Thanos without even fucking like moving. He just grabbed him by the throat, and Thanos turned to dust. After Thanos was talking mad shit.
There we go. Doctor Doom.
My favorite superhero,
yes.
Doctor Bong.
He's not like got any or any powers or anything, but I generally enjoy Joker.
Yeah, because Joker is literally just pure chaos.
Yeah.
There's nothing, and I think like he is the Yang to Batman's Yin. Like in that universe, like he is just there to be a villain, and he just loves it. But that's like some of the ones that just don't have powers or like I think he's on the verge of he's definitely genius, but it's like that part of genius where you just start to go crazy.
Yeah. I like the Scarecrow that was in the Gotham TV show.
Oh, yeah, the one that actually just like made people like the toxin made people see their fears.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that version. I didn't. He seemed. I guess maybe because it was like early on, it's all of them as like the kid versions of themselves. He seems super immature and just like that. But
I love Jeremiah actually as the Joker. He did a fantastic job until they started using his twin brother. Then it wasn't about it. It confused me because they changed the Joker every season.
yeah,
Like it was always based off of a different Joker. The first one I think was the best iteration. And then when he got his face cut off and put it back on, that was fucking dope.
I was just thinking sorted through like villains, top superhero villains. I just have like an encyclopedia of Marvel shit. But let's see, top villains, top super villains. Doesn't have of all time. Here we go. What kind of list are you gonna give me this time? Oh, it is a combination. There we go. Oh, Screen Rant. Fuck. I hate this website so much. It makes me go through every page. Each page.
Yeah,
is its
I
own
hate
thing.
that.
Apocalypse.
But this is kind of like your the guy who watches people and can like predict their moves because of that. There's a pretty common trope in anime that the person's got such good hearing that they can hear your muscles move and know what you're gonna do based on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It was in Fairy Tail, Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, Fairy Tail was the
yeah.
poison eater or whatever,
Yeah, the
and in
poison
Dragon Ball
dragon.
Super it was the rabbit from Universe 11.
Yeah, but in Fairy Tail, I believe that was like super hearing. Like it wasn't just I have really really good hearing. It was like he used magic to amplify it to the max.
Yeah. I mean, that's what superpowers are, right? You just amplify something to the max.
Oh my god. Carnage? That's a great villain.
Oh, Juggernaut's pretty funny.
They literally just.
Hello?
What's that? Oh, you're on a website that just plays random videos for the fun of it?
I've never. It turned my volume up to max
That's
on its own. Get fucked.
Yeah, Juggernaut's good. He literally just smashes shit, and the fact that he just get momentum, it's like me on a hockey rink. I just don't stop until I hit something. Mysterio's cool because he literally just it's straight illusions, but the fact that they're so real that you have no idea what's going on.
How many Spider-Man movies is there now? Because I've seen one.
Oh,
Three,
three,
plus 2,
5,
7.
8.
There's the original trilogy.
Yeah,
then there's the
Tobey Maguire
Amazings.
one. The Amazings with Andrew Garfield and that.
Yeah.
There's 2 with Tom Holland, and then there's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, okay, yeah.
the cartoon one.
I didn't count the cartoon one. Yeah, so there's
This is
eight.
a great superpower. Photobomb any photograph at will without having to be physically present.
That
What?
is that
Uh,
is that Jeff between Kim Kardashian's butt cheeks? Is that...
just ruining every money shot.
Yeah. Here I am, sponsored by Shit Yourself Green Tea, and then there's Jeff's face on the bottle. Just hey.
You know what would be a pretty shit tier superpower? One-time use self-destruction.
I mean, it wouldn't be. You can't use multi-time.
How many times are you gonna self-destruct?
I also like you can set a condition. Be like, okay, once my body is 6 feet under the ground, do it again.
Here we go. Kang the Conqueror. That's one of the supervillains that he actually doesn't have any powers. He's just he's a genius, scholar, physicist, and engineer, and he who was he? He travels through time, conquering different timelines, like worlds of different parts of the different parts of their eras. I think they were trying to have him as one of the next big villain, but I think now that they got the Fantastic Four, it's going to be Doctor Doom in the MCU.
His armor grants enhanced strength, energy, hologram, and force field projection, 30-day supply of air and food, ability to control other forms of technology, and will-sapping ray gun. Huh.
Yeah, he's a good one. What, Kraven the Hunter? That's just a bad one. Oh, the Penguin. The Penguin is a great villain.
I've never seen anything with him in it other than that Gotham series, and he just seems like the guy who played the Penguin did a really good job, but just in general, he seems like a shitter.
Yeah, what do we got here? He was born into wealth, tormented because he's a freak. Caused him to be rejected. He's a master strategist. That's his big thing. He's just smart, wit. He has his wealth and everything like that. But he's in which one? Which Batman is he in?
Where it's played by Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
I think that's the one with Jack Nicholson, isn't it? That's Michael Keaton.
Is it the first one?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh wow. This site rates Thanos as 47th.
Nerd.
Oh yeah. Okay. Doomsday beats him. Yeah. Doomsday's at 46th, which makes sense because that's literally Doomsday was born from Superman and something else. I can't remember, but he's got like everything that that Superman can do, and he just gets. I think he's like Superman Hulk almost. I could be wrong though.
Was that Dark Phoenix movie any good?
No, it's actually it wasn't awful, but it was forced. It's really forced.
Yeah. Because Phoenixes are the shit.
Not that one. That Phoenix is actually extremely dangerous. If that Phoenix gets out, oof.
World
Yeah,
go bye-bye.
Phoenixes are pretty big.
I think what came of that was it was actually Phoenix is an alien, and like the way they did it on there. Is
She's a
actually
cosmic entity,
Yeah.
according to Wikipedia.
Yeah, who combines with Jean Grey, and then just fuck shit up. Oh, Bane, that's a cool one.
What about Leather Boy?
That
Gene Lauren might be one of the worst superheroes to grace comic book pages for a multitude of reasons. First off, he has no real superpowers, which could be forgivable if he was Batman. He's not, though. He's a guy who was looking for BDSM flings on a newspaper and answered a classified ad for superheroes. He's a straight guy who dresses as a leather man bear, quote unquote. So, like, there's some weird cultural appropriation going on with the LGBTQ lifestyle there, just in case you weren't aware. Oh, God, never mind. So cut this out. Between the... what? What? Get fucked.
oh, this one actually combines everything. There's
It's not only the gay community who likes BDSM. There's a lot of straight boys that like getting beat the fuck up.
How dare you?
What? You telling me I don't? If I like getting punched in the face by a sexy lady in leather, that I'm gay?
No. But I'm saying if you like your balls getting stepped on, you're fucked up.
I don't like that. No, 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 no. Occasional
No,
slap
no,
to the
no,
face
no.
and tell me to get on my knees
Oh my
and
God.
make me say yes, ma'am. I'll do it.
They've got Catwoman ahead of fucking Thanos. Catwoman's number 11. Kingpin's 10. There's Dark Phoenix at 9. Loki. Loki's a great villain.
He's got powers.
Ra's al Ghul. Oh, this is just top villains of all time.
Oh, okay.
Does Ra's al Ghul have powers, or is he just like to fuck with people?
Yes and no.
Uh,
Before he got resurrected a bunch, he was just a big old karate man's an assassin.
Yeah, he basically, yeah, because he's the demon's head. So the way they did it in, I don't know if he's in God, but the newest Batman trilogy, he literally is that, like, he runs shit. The League of Shadows goes through and just, what's the word?
They
Can't-
reset Gotham.
Yeah, but they do that throughout the entire timeline. They've been um, there throughout the whole thing. That's why he's immortal because of the Lazarus pit.
That
Just-
like fucking pool.
Yeah.
Green juice. You jump in if you're you drop in if you're dead, and then you come back out, and most of you is alive.
So
Magneto.
technically, he's not immortal. The Lazarus pit just resurrects people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he
it
has
takes a
control of the
chunk of
Lazarus.
your soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're never fully the same when you come out of it.
Are they making a second Venom movie?
Yeah,
I hope so. Fuck,
Yeah.
That was a good one.
it's Venom. Let there be carnage. This is the title.
Oh yeah, because right at the end it was like the tease for the guy who's gonna get the Carnage one, right?
Yeah.
Or does he already have it?
He might already have it, but yeah.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah. Fuck, I can't remember his name. I literally just scrolled by it. Cassidy, something. Butch. No, it's not Butch Cassidy. That's something else. But yeah.
This says Tom Hardy, Woody Harrelson, Michelle Williams, Reed Scott, and Naomi Harris.
Oh
Yeah,
no, we were trying
no.
to think of the character name in like.
Oh,
Sickest of crime. I do a backflip and punch an old lady.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Cat.
Well, not the backflip.
God damn, this book.
no, you
is
gotta do it.
I can't. You've seen me.
Carnage. There we go.
You know I've dislocated my
Cletus.
left shoulder and my I don't know what I did to my left knee, but it's Cletus.
Cletus Cassidy.
No wonder he kills people. If my parents named me Cletus Cassidy, I'd be pissed too.
Is that Woody Harrelson?
Yeah. He's got a red afro.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. I don't think he. I guess he probably could be good, but I just think Woody Harrelson's a little too old to.
I don't know. I think he's gonna do a good job. I think he could play a psycho pretty well.
I'm pretty sure
Oh, I see.
Because
Okay, I don't know much about the Spider-Man universe, but Carnage is another symbiote. Okay.
yeah.
I was like, who the fuck is this Cletus guy, and why is he fighting Venom? But I got you now.
Yeah, so they're doing that. Morbius is coming out. The living vampire.
Morbius?
Yeah, being played by Jared Leto. He's a living vampire. Basically, he's some doctor that's just fucking haggard, and then in order to try and heal himself, they discover this cave. At least according to the trailer. Let's see what this thing actually says.
Jared Leto was the real shit Joker in that movie, right?
Yes.
But again, that was one of those things. The DC movies, besides the ones that fucking Christopher Nolan made, it's tough because unlike Marvel, Warner Brothers and their DC universe, Warner Brothers executives get like into every bit of what's going on. They don't allow like creative control to go to who's actually making the movies. So that's why there's this big deal about the Schneider cut of the Justice League movie. It's like they were trying to compete with Marvel and pump something out, but they've just pumped out garbage. Who was I looking up? Who were we talking about before then?
Morbius, the living
Oh,
vampire.
yes. There we go. Hey,
I
look.
fucking hate vampires.
Why do you hate vampires? Is it because you like garlic so much?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I've just never been into vampires or werewolves or anything like that as a like fantasy or element.
What about Blade?
I don't know if I've ever really seen them.
Gucci goo.
I've seen like the first one at your house, I think, and I don't remember it in the slightest.
Blade's cool. The fact that they're bringing Morbius in, even though it's going to be in the Sony universe thing, but they're probably going to have crossovers for sure. Um, they're also bringing back Blade, and Blade's like half vampire, half human, so they call him the Daywalker. So he's got all their strengths, none of their weaknesses.
Except for the thirst.
Yeah.
But he takes meds for that.
Yeah, Morbius.
Oh, Venom's in the Sony one too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're pretty sure there's going to be a crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah, that if Sony likes money, they will do a crossover. Like if they hate money, then they won't. But like, you're fucking dumb if you just don't let Marvel help you.
I get another 5-6 years before Disney buys Sony.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. So Morbius, Nobel Prize winning biochemist Michael Morbius discovers that he was dying from a rare blood disease that dissolved his blood cells. Morbius tried an experimental treatment in an attempt to cure himself, which involved fluids made from the bodies of vampire bats combined with electric shock treatment. This potent combination transformed Morbius, giving him the superhuman powers and overwhelming bloodlust of a vampire. He was not a true undead vampire, as he was still a mortal man, but he grew fangs and killed to satisfy his cravings. So yeah. Stuff like that. So he usually battles Spider-Man. So I think that's what they're doing in the Sony universe. They're sort of setting
This
up
thing
for,
has him ranked as Spider-Man's 19th greatest villain.
Who's number
Feels
7?
bad, man. I have no idea. It's just his Wikipedia page says 19th.
Goddamn.
yeah. But
Morbius is scheduled, obviously because of COVID and whatnot, probably won't happen. But Morbius is scheduled for March 19th, and Venom 2 is scheduled for June 25th.
Yeah,
I think those ones got pushed. So Morbius is going to be June 25th, and then I think Venom's, or maybe no, Venom was originally for October of this year, and Morbius was originally for July.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but then COVID happened and just fucked up everything. Although they've reopened movie theaters.
Both movies are in post-production, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they could, if they wanted to, they could release early, but they don't. Because the U.S. won't allow or won't have movie theaters open, no big company wants to release movies.
Yeah. Yeah, which is reasonable, right?
Maybe if they just put on a fucking mask instead of complaining about it all the time. I'm not a dog. I won't be muzzled. That's the word. I won't be muzzled. Shut up. It's a piece of fucking cloth. Put it over your mouth. It's just like coughing in your elbow. You don't walk around coughing in people's eyes. That's rude.
I do.
You say you're not a dog, but you're acting like a real bitch right now.
Wow.
I saw a Marine threaten the entirety of the country. Yeah, he's like, I don't want to have to do this, but I do have guns and I will fight for my rights. I will protect those.
What right?
Yeah, the right to fucking kill people and die myself. I just love spreading the plague. That is my right as an American-born citizen.
That's his
to shoot a
superpower.
gun and cough on a baby. If you don't like that, you're getting punched, sister. And yes, I am talking about a nun in this situation. I will punch a nun as an American man.
So to wrap it all up, we all talked about great superpowers. Other than the time one, which is just logical, what would be your? You have two. One would be the greatest one, and one would be like an inconvenience, and it's just like a real shit power that you could have. Which ones would you choose, Jeff?
Telekinesis. And a shit one.
Yeah, one that you can just make it up.
Extreme magnetism to knives.
Well, that's unlucky.
That's a big oof.
Jordan?
all powerful shape shifting. Like I'd say
That's a good one.
a combination between Beast Boys and Mystiques, where I have like a semi-normal appearance, but I can turn into anyone or any animal, because that gives you like I can fly, do everything I want, I can dig, become
Yeah, I'm
anyone. And
changing
it's
my
just like,
telekinesis to changing into
you
animals. That
fuck
thing's
off. You
hog.
sit in your corner and you weep.
Still
And
magnetic to knives, though.
You should probably keep your fucking telekinesis then to push
My
the
life
knives
is a
away.
never-ending battle.
oh, we have these powers at the same time because my power was going to be every time you sneeze, a sausage comes out of one of your orifices. One hole on your body, a full-size sausage will come out of.
Well, his power's active if there's knives around. So if the's knives in the place, it's a magnet to him. So I guess
I understand
yeah.
that.
So every time you sneeze, no matter what you are, sausage is coming from
No,
somewhere.
that's what I just said. That was me
It's gonna be
describing the
some
power.
real. That's gonna be some real painful sounding.
Yeah, but you never know which hole it's coming out of. Could come out of my ear, could come out of my mouth, come out of my butthole.
Some of them wouldn't be too bad. Many of them would be very bad.
Yeah.
Sure, eye socket count as an orifice?
No, it's not a hole.
Your ear, though.
Open hole. Yeah, ears count. Definitely 100%. You're not going to hear right. You're going to hear fucking German folk music for weeks.
And your pee hole.
Yeah, that's going to sting real bad. It just reminded me of a Reddit post about I don't want to talk about this on the podcast. I will talk about it after.
In a typical mammalian body, such as the human body, nostrils, eyes, mouth, ear.
This is my superpower.
Yeah?
Open orifices. I'm talking about there's nothing blocking them. There's clearly eyes in your eye sockets.
What about your nipples?
Those aren't holes.
Technically.
Mine aren't fucking for milk.
Technically, I mean, they're still open, though. Sweat glands are an orifice, too.
All right,
So
you
you just
sick
sweat
fuck. You want to
sausages?
sneeze out a sausage every time you out of your sweat glands? It's one sausage per sneeze.
Yeah, but I just throw pepper at you constantly.
Fight me. You couldn't do it because I'd change into something that doesn't have a nose.
His
I can't sneeze if I don't have a
ultimate villain is
nose.
Pepperman.
I've negated my own power. Yes. All right. What is your massive bonus superpower and the one that's gonna fuck you?
So flight. I like that. That's my big power.
Like Superman style flight, or you grow wings?
I can just fly. Yeah, like Superman.
style,
Yeah,
okay.
I just take off, fly, and my worst superpower is every time I stub my toe, I pass out.
I mean, that's not that bad, because then you don't feel the toe pain.
Yeah, it's literally just bonk. Okay, he's on the ground again.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter where I am. I can just like.
Seems like a bonus to me.
So wait, okay.
But
let me ask
if
you a
I
question.
fly and I stub my toe on a goose,
Okay, so that is possible. Like,
Oh,
what if I
shit.
walk up to you in public and just like kick your toe? Are you passing out?
no, because you're salting me.
So it's only if you kick something with your
Yeah,
toe.
if I stub my toe, you cannot stub my toe for me. That's
Unlucky.
just you're
Actually,
committing a crime.
I could kick your foot into something, so that's you technically. You stubbed your toe. Your leg was hitting something.
You're directing my foot.
It
Though.
doesn't matter. Yeah, but is your body gonna know the difference between me kicking your foot and then your foot hitting something, as compared to just your foot hitting something?
I'll have to find out when I go to Professor X's academy.
If
Just kick the
Magneto
back of
can
my
pick
foot
up
or-
like, if Magneto can pick up like planes and stuff, why can't he just like rip you apart by ripping the fucking iron in your blood out of you?
He's done
He
it.
can. He's done it before.
Well,
Oh,
you don't
okay.
have that much iron in your system, so like.
Yeah,
you
I
can.
know, but he just like compost it all into your fucking heart and then just rip it through your heart wall.
Yeah, but he did that in the X-Men movies. But instead of that, he just sucked it out of his body. So a bunch of blood and iron came out, and then he formed it into balls and swung those balls around.
Yeah, but they had to
Huh.
put extra iron.
Yeah,
Like Mystique put an extra dose of iron in this guy's beer.
it was
his
a
guard.
She injected him in the butt. She
Oh,
knocked
right,
him
yeah,
out
yeah.
and then injected his butt with a bunch of iron.
Right, she doped him.
Yeah, she raped him
Why?
because she was trying to help Mosquito escape. That's not his name.
Yeah,
Magneto?
yeah, he was
Yeah,
in
that one.
prison. He got in prison, so in order to help him escape, she found the guard that usually watches over him, injected him with more iron, and then Magneto escaped.
What? Why didn't she just kill the guard?
Because that would be suspicious.
And then
And ripping blood through his skin isn't?
Well, I mean, at that point, he has all the iron he needs to escape, so it doesn't really
plus
matter anymore.
because
Oh, he needed the iron to do something.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
I
you.
said he
He
sucked
was-
the iron out of his body.
Yeah, I thought the guard was like the problem here, and not the fact he didn't have enough iron. So that was my bad.
No, the iron levels are... The only reason that she gave him more iron was so that Magneto could suck it out of the guard and then escape using the iron
yeah,
balls.
because he was in a plastic prison.
So
And
he just used it to like cut through the wall.
yeah,
Oh,
and
he
in
cut through,
general,
he
they
smashed
had
it.
body scanners in order to determine if the guard was actually the guard or Mystique, because they knew Mystique was.
Yeah, and it also scanned if there was any metal objects on them. So like his prison cell was like a what is it called?
A bubble.
No, not a bubble. It was a clear room, plexiglass. That's it. It was a plexiglass room hanging in the middle of like a pit, pretty much. And they had like a plexiglass bridge that would go over to it when the guards would like deliver food and stuff like that. But they had strict processes to keep all metals out so he wouldn't escape.
So what does the scanner do to see Mystique? I thought she changed into people, or was
Yeah,
it just like
she
a
can't change her
superpower
DNA,
scanner?
though, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's. Yeah.
Oh,
So it was a
It's a
bio
DNA
scanner and
scanner.
then an MRI as well.
Yeah. So there's always ways around it. No matter what your power is, there's always a way to defeat it. What would be
Yeah.
your weakness?
the knives.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I would have a crippling fear of sausages, I feel like. If I could overcome it, though, I'd never go hungry.
Or probably like literally anything that would make you sneeze. You'd never go outside.
No, because
Oh,
I could
yeah,
just... I'd
your
shapeshift.
allergies.
I'd shapeshift. I don't have a nose anymore.
Palm oil.
Yeah, I would avoid palm oil. Fuck me, I would be hurting after that.
What would you turn into that'd be interesting that doesn't have a nose?
I would just remove my nose.
Cut it off. I
No,
wonder
I'm
if-
not
does
gonna
that
cut
act-
it off. I would shapeshift so that I don't have a nasal
Oh
cavity
yeah,
anymore.
you're the I can do whatever I
Yeah,
want.
I'm a
thing, that's right.
shapeshifter. I can
Mine-
shapeshift how I
Yeah,
want.
mine's just animals, not
It's my
not
birthday. I can
just
do that.
remove my nose.
Palm oil is your kryptonite.
Fucking, I had Chinese food.
Yes.
Oh fuck! There comes the sausages.
Yeah, it just,
People like looking at me too. Like,
There's
why is that guy
so-
running out of the parking lot screaming out, "Oh god, here come the sausages"? No one fucking knows. And then there's a seagull surrounded by
Oh.
sausages in the parking lot, just screaming.
we gotta make that TV show. That was
We're
just
gonna talk- Whoever did
amazing.
Mike Tyson Mysteries. We
Yeah.
need to talk to them.
Oh. Literally hard objects are just anything hard is my weakness.
Anything you
Being
can't see pretty
blindfolded.
much by your feet.
Oh yeah, blindfold, that would oof.
Walking in the dark. Like even dim light. If you've got bad coordination too, you're fucked.
Yeah.
New places. You can't go to anywhere new because you don't know the layout and you don't want to fucking just fall over at Home Depot because you stubbed your toe.
Sir, can I help you? Actually, oh.
It's probably a good thing that it's not like if something just hits your toe, you pass out. Because like, think
Oh,
of
I
a child
mean, I'm
ramming
wearing
you
steel
in it with
toes.
a cart.
All day. Steel toes
But
all
what
day.
if your toe hits the shoe? You stub your toe
I gotta
on
tie
the
it real
shoe.
tight.
Can you stub your toe on your own sock? Does that happen?
Not
No.
sock, but a steel toe. Yeah. If I've got enough room and I can kick that front of the boot hard enough, yeah, you slam your foot into the front of your boot. Know how I know? I've done it.
You need to get shoes that fit better.
Yeah, but also I just stole the ones that I had, so I didn't have to pay for them, and it was only one. size big.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, I stole. I'd never steal anything.
Yeah.
You can't fucking prove it. Come for me.
Accept your hearts.
Don't at me.
Wow!
I'm done with this podcast.
Yeah. Alright. Thanks for listening. Follow us on Twitter, YouTube,
Like, comment,
Spotify.
subscribe.
Tell
think-
us what your favorite superpower is and why you think Jeff is dumb for wanting his.
And what orifice do you first want to see the sausages come out of, Jordan?